Yo, what it do, everybody? It's your boy Kelly TV, aka Kelly the Critic, and Durag King, whatever you want to call me, man. Look, man, I'm back with some mother freaking more reactions, man. Got that Venom, Let There Be Carnage review 2021. Tom Hardy, Woody Harrelson. Now, look, man, I called it out on the trailer. If you guys didn't watch my last reaction trailer, go check it out on the Venom trailer. I told you guys the movie is going to be exactly like the trailer. Oh, don't kill it. The trailer's the movie. No, I watched the whole movie in the trailer, dog. I'm telling you guys, if you watch the trailer, you damn near watch the movie. The only thing that is missing in the trailer is the funny parts, bro. You didn't see all the action is literally in the trailer. You didn't see all the action in that shit, man. Venom 2 had zero. I'm talking about absolutely negative action in this shit. I mean, the most action it was him versus Carnage, obviously. But like, that's it. That is literally it, bro. If you was looking for action or people getting heads chopped off, this ain't it, man. They did a lot of more of that in the first one, which is cool and whatnot. But they ain't no chopping of the heads off, no biting heads. None of that shit, man. None of that is in here, bro. It's just nothing but comedy shit. Think of a Deadpool 2 with no action. That's exactly what this movie. It is exactly like that, family. Venom was pretty dope in this movie, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah, a little couple funny scenes and shit like that, man. I mean, this is just overall a funny movie. It ain't no action, anything in it. It's just overall a funny. It's a funny storytelling movie with a little bit of action and stuff in it. Because I mean, that's it. You know what I mean? At a scale to 10, no, I had to rate this movie about a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, like I said, it was pretty good. Like, besides the action and shit, it was pretty good, man. The story flowed well. It didn't really stay on one point too long. Like, when it stayed on the point too long, it'll slip to somebody else, and then it slipped to some. Like, I generally was laughing in this shit. Like, I don't like comedy movies, man. If you guys don't know, I'm not really a comedy fan. But like, I'm not a big fan of the Deadpool movies, honestly. But I mean, Deadpool is funny, you know what I mean? And this shit was funny. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, the jokes was on point. Venom was on point. Like, they got a scene where Venom was actually like walking around at a masquerade party. Spoiler alert. That scene was hilarious. That is a golden scene. 10 out of 10. They did their thing with this movie, though. Definitely better than the first one. I will say that. I will watch this movie a lot more times than the first one. Oh, man, my webcam kind of big, ain't it? Let me go ahead. Yeah. Definitely will watch this movie a lot more than the first one. But yeah, man, definitely would enjoy it. I think the best part of this movie, though, is the end credits with the you know what? I ain't gonna tell you what the end credits is. No, fuck it, man. I'm gonna tell you what the end credits is, man. Spider-Man. You dig? The end credits is Spider-Man. Spoiler alert. The end credits is Spider-Man and the Multiverse. So, Venom 3, or whatever you want to call it, is going to be fire. And he might be even in the Spider-Man movie, which makes Spider-Man the most one of the watch movie coming out right now. Like, we are all going to watch Spider-Man. Like, you gotta have to see that day one. Day one, you're gonna have to see that. So you might see it twice. You know what I mean? But back to Venom 2, man. Other than that, it was a pretty good movie. I'm pretty sure IGN's gonna rate this movie about they're probably gonna rate this movie about an 8. Honestly. Let's see, man. Let's see what they got, man. Hey, let me know if it's too loud, too.
This is Jen.
He says hi.
Director Andy Serkis describes Venom Let There Be Carnage as a love
I ain't gonna cap. I can't take her seriously, man. Where's the boy at? Pause. Where's the boy at? The dude.
story between
Where
Eddie Brock and Venom. That idea is skillfully reflected through.
Oh, by the way, I am on my new gaming PC, baby. Every time I step outside, I'm spending money, dog. Like, I just wish I could just go outside and not spend money, bro.
The lean
Honestly.
script and smart directing choices. Circus gives us a sequel with entertaining action sequences, a more personal approach, a lot of humor, and a thrilling final
A
showdown.
lot of humor. A lot of humor in this shit.
Where you going? That is a red one. You need to come out right now.
I'm gonna say that's the red one.
I will let you eat everybody. Promise. I promise.
Picking up after a passage of time only marked by Cletus Cassidy's sleek new haircut, Let There Be Carnage gives us a truly unhinged villain, played with crazed energy by Woody Harrelson. As Eddie and
Great
his
actor.
detective partner put together the pieces of Cassidy's killing spree, we see a dramatic pivot from the sci-fi conspiracy of the first movie to something that plays like a comic book movie hybrid of serial killer thrillers like Seven or Zodiac. I
Yeah.
know, just follow along with me here. Of course, these movies are brilliant, so it is a fine template to work off of when handling a villain similar to so many of America's real-life monsters, had they
But like,
been granted some really terrifying powers.
how do y'all like that though? Do y'all like the serial killer turn super villain type of shit? Like, I thought that was a pretty cool approach. Thought it was a little cheesy in this movie at least, but I like the approach though. You feel me? Like I said, like everything in this movie was like very simplistic. Like, you know what was going to happen. You know, like you knew exactly what was about to happen. There was nothing surprising you in this movie. Like, you wasn't going to be surprised. The only thing you was going to be surprised at was the end credits with Spider-Man. Like the after the credits and shit. You feel me? That is it. You knew exactly what was going on in this movie. Like, no suspense at all.
Delivery hasn't arrived yet.
No!
We had a deal.
What's gonna happen? You gonna stop protecting me?
I am happy to eat, Mrs. Chen.
No, you cannot eat, Mrs. Chen. What? Nothing?
Circus efficiently balances various tones, visual spectacles, and humorous performances to surprisingly make it work. Much like Eddie does, the sequel lets its weirder side out, and the symbiote is given more time to shine. Venom's
Yeah.
one-liners cut through
Venom
hours of
definitely
creative
shined in
relief,
this one.
resembling a combination of Clayface from HBO Max's Harley Quinn show and the MCU's Drax. Or, as Eddie describes him, a pig dog horse duck. We're also given a much smaller yet efficiently used supporting cast with Detective Mulligan, Anne, Dan, and even Mrs. Chen.
Very small. And I will also say that they you can tell that they left out a lot of key points in this movie. I could tell they left out a lot. Like, they trimmed this shit down to the bare bones just to push the movie out. Like, there was a lot of empty moments in this movie, if that makes sense.
Emphasizing
I'ma
a
let
more
it talk, dude,
personal
man.
threat to Eddie's social circle.
I am happy for you.
No!
Head ass.
Not sorry.
This two needs some serious couples counseling.
Circus's experience as a motion capture artist comes through as he directs much more physical scenes. His trust in practical and computer-generated visual effects hammers home Venom's physical presence in impressive and tangible ways, like when Venom tears up Eddie's kitchen in a scene that seems straight from Fantasia's The Sorcerer's Apprentice. In general, the active camera movement matches the cold-blooded, chaotic energy brought on by Carnage and Cassidy. In the only
Yeah.
fight between Venom and Carnage, the battle is packed with feral, creative limb-slinging between the two symbiotes as Carnage jabs with grotesque spiked arms and Venom
It was a
defends
pretty
with an
cool fight.
instinctive survival mentality.
They really like they're going in depth, because there's nothing to really talk about in the movie besides of how the movie was done, because it was a very simplistic ass movie. Like, there's no suspense to it. There's nothing to break down in this shit. That's why they're going over like the graphics and the characters, and like they just going over little shit. You feel me? Like, they're not really talking about the movie. They're just talking about how the movie was made. You feel me? Like, it's
an
crazy.
explosion of CGI monsters and pyrotechnics that's gripping to watch. And speaking of villains, when Cassidy is reunited with his partner in crime, it's actually hard not to root for them to burn everything to the ground. Played by Naomi Harris, Shriek joins with Cassidy and
She did pretty
Carnage
good.
to
I
form a
liked her.
trio of antagonists.
I didn't like her voice though. Like, she sounded like, I didn't like her voice at all. Like, I ain't really fuck with that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That shit was annoying.
with
I was hoping she didn't talk. Like, I wanted them to kill her like immediately. Like, please, Carnage, kill her, please.
savagенess, smarts, and showmanship that revels in the disaster they leave in their wake. It's a shame we don't get more of Harris in Let There Be Carnage, not only for her magnetic performance, but also to get any context for her powers and much of her backstory. Its absence is the one place where this movie feels shorter than it should have been. However, given what we know about symbiotes and loud noises, this dynamic presents their relationship with a troubling caveat, emphasizing a star-crossed romance between the two. Even still, it's Eddie and Venom's relationship specifically that's really tested through this rampage of mayhem. While the movie has fun implying a romance between the two, their relationship is still more like a beleaguered pet owner and an untrained puppy, with exasperation
That's
painted on
funny
their
as shit.
faces. Eddie and Venom have a lot of communication issues, which is what gets them into this mess with Carnage. Compared to how quickly Cassidy and Carnage teamed up, it seems like Eddie and Venom will never see eye to eye. but they're building a sustainable symbiotic relationship. So we're
That's all this movie was. It was just a relationship movie between him and Venom. Like, if you just want to see, like, I like how they did it though. The first one is how they met. The second one is, hey man, I know we haven't been together for a while. Like, they didn't make them automatically have a great relationship type of shit. You feel me? They showed us how they could be as one or as two, however, you know what I mean? They say it. Like, I like that little aspect of it as well. Like I said, this is definitely a filler movie for the third one. Like, I'm pretty sure the third Venom is going to be off the, it's going to be off the rails, cuz. For
rooting
real.
those two crazy kids to make it work.
Please let me fix it so I can break it again.
Head ass.
I'm a loser.
All that said, while Let There Be Carnage has a structurally sound plot meant to redirect the franchise, it's still one that's playing catch up to where superhero movies are now in 2021. It's the conventionally perfect length for a film, clocking in a little over 90 minutes while it slavishly follows the typical hero's journey. This story started off too big and too complicated in the first movie, so it's good that it scales back to focus on finding its voice. With its otherwise safe decisions,
Yeah, because the first one kind of just came, like, just came from outer space and shit like that. Like, it just came upon this type of shit. You feel me?
The
Pause.
ending and mid-credits scene lay out a new direction for the Venom series.
Yeah.
And it's exciting to think about what happens to our duo next.
Ta-da! Catch up.
You know what? Now that they said that, I think they're going to rate the movie about a 7.5 out of 10. Or a 7. It's not an 8.
Excuse me.
Yummy.
Venom Let There Be Carnage finally pairs Venom and Eddie with a worthy villain in a formulaic story that still manages to embrace its weirder side. Andy Serkis directs a fun and action-packed sequel that highlights Venom as his own character and features Woody Harrelson and Naomi Harris as breakout villains with excellent chemistry. Taking itself less seriously and having way more fun, its relatively short runtime is still packed densely.
It is
with
short. That shit was like only like
campy humor and almost enough
I knew
character
it.
development.
And I give it a 7.5, which I'm a stand on. But yeah, it's about a 7 out of 10. Like, it's a good filler movie, man. And it's great to see this and then see the end credits with him and Spider-Man, or him in the Spider-Man universe. Like, now we can see where they're about to take Venom to. You feel me? So, like, the third, whatever Venom they make afterwards, or even if they implement him in Spider-Man, it's going to be absolutely insane, bro. Like, it's going to be crazy. You feel me? Like, the first two, this was, but the next ones, which I predicted was going to be fire. I knew this one was going to be as great, but it's gearing up for some shit, which is cool. Give us some field time, you know what I mean? So, but man, that's my Venom 2 reaction, man. Hope you guys enjoy, man. Definitely would say go watch this. Would I go watch this again? Not in theaters, but I'll watch it on TV all the time. You dig? Your boy Kelly Kill TV, aka Kelly the Critic, aka Do-Rag King, aka whatever you want to call me. We just say 600 subscribers.